next, the South region. And South Carolina native Tommy Jones highlights this group. The former player and Rookie of the Year will battle fellow Palmetto State native Randy Weiss and the underrated Ryan Schaefer. The second berth in the elimination round will be decided now. Rob Stone, Randy Peterson, welcoming you back to Indianapolis in our continuing coverage of the first ever Dick Weber PBA playoffs. Time now for this week's edition of the Lumber Liquidators Know the Woods.
The 39-foot Dick Weber oil pattern was designed to maximize creativity. This oil pattern also lends itself to multiple angles because there's a little more oil in the middle part of the lane, and it's a relatively short oil pattern. But most importantly, this pattern allows the bowlers to play to their strengths.
Thank you, Randy. Steve Jarris has moved on, winning the East region. Up now, the South. And here are the introductions of your 3 South region finalists.
He owns 4 PBA Tour National and 14 PBA Regional victories, Ryan Schaefer. A former exempt player with 8 PBA regional titles and 4 career PBA Tour top 10 finishes, Randy Weiss. A 13-time titleist on the Lumber Liquidators PBA Tour with 2 majors, TJ Tommy Jones.
Jones with 5 top 20 finishes this season, 3 in the top 5. His best finish, 3rd. He achieved that twice this season at the U.S. Open and the Pepsi Viper Championship.
It's nice to see Tommy bowling better. He's got confidence now. Still has that hip issue. I'm sure he's going to get that taken care of during the offseason, but nice to see him bowling well again.
Ryan Schaefer up now on the right lane. Schaefer drops them all. He'll take a seat, and Tommy Jones will step up to take care of the spare. You mentioned a hip issue that has been on his left hip, which is really bothering him on the spare shots. There, took care of that one. You see a little slight clutch there as well.
He's got a bone spur and a tendon that's actually wrapped itself around the bone spur. And really the only time it hurts or bothers him is on spare attempts like that right there.
That did not look natural.
No, and that's really the only time he feels any discomfort.
Randy Weiss from Columbia, South Carolina gets a strike.
How about his first time ever on television? First ball ever on television. Give it up for Randy Weiss throwing a strike on his first ball.
Great start. Not easy to do that. First time you're ever on television. We'll take a look at the arsenal that Tommy Jones has today.
Mission 2.0 for Tommy Jones to start. Yeah, good-looking ball reaction on both shots, left and right lane. Shaker 10 on the left lane, ringing 10, that shot there.
Schaefer with a strike in the first. Back-to-back opening jacks for Schaefer.
Schaefer recently finishing 4th at this year's U.S. Open. You see he's playing that deep inside line, swinging it out to about the 9th board, and that's 10 back.
Another spare effort for Jones. More pain, but gets the result he needs. So spare for Jones. And now Randy Weiss stepping up. A non-exempt bowler this season, but has been an exempt player twice. Owns a pro shop, the AMF Park Lanes, the pro shop there in South Carolina.
Look a lot. Look a lot.
Like a very soft, slow roll there.
Well, you saw his follow-through go dead left on that shot. He missed it at the bottom of the swing, and that follow-through was an attempt to try to help it at the bottom. Now, Tommy Jones looking for his first strike. Remember, the low 2 scores are eliminated. He's just got that look of confidence again, Robin. You know, he's a former player of the year. He's a major championship winner out here. And he's just starting to look like he's getting back to that form. But not only physically, mentally as well.
So Weiss takes care of the spare. Schaefer on top early, beginning his effort in the third. Right through the nose.
3, 4, 6, 7.
Bad shot off his hand, went left to target and through the nose, paying the price. You could see this ball never gets far enough to the right. He knew it immediately. Cuts right through the heart, leaving the 3, 4, 6, 7.
While he contemplates that, here's Randy Weiss on the left lane. Messenger kicks the 10. Little love tap to drop them all.
Yeah, here's a nice messenger for you, Rob. Head pin comes over. Look at the neck of the pin there, just nudging the 10 out.
Terrible shot.
Well, we have a lead change now due to that open frame. Tommy Jones now can step up and double, but Randy Weiss is taking the lead by 1 over Tommy Jones. Ryan Schaefer 7 back of Jones, 8 back of Randy Weiss.
What? Really?
It's pretty good there.
This is the second TV appearance of the season for Ryan Schaefer. Saw him a couple weeks ago, as you mentioned, Randy, at the U.S. Open, where he finished 4th. Strike number 3.
And like every good champion, he rebounds nicely after the shot and open frame in the third.
Third single pin spare of this match already for Tommy Jones. Randy Weiss, strike, spare, strike. Here's his arsenal.
Going with the Anarchy, the strongest ball in his arsenal. It's got a unique release where it kind of pushes that hand at the bottom of the swing and gets the ball to not read the front, looks down at the foul line to start, and then kind of brings his eyes up and looks a little bit farther down the lane.
We talk about the comparisons of this tournament to March Madness, the NCAA basketball tournament. Randy Weiss is a low seed advancing deep into the tournament right now. Tommy Jones is one of those traditional powers, your Carolinas, your Dukes, your Kentuckys, who you expect to be there year in and year out.
So what is Randy Weiss, like Butler?
Well, we are here in Indianapolis. He may even be below a Butler. Let's go like a St. Joe's or something like that. TJ back on the strike train. And then Ryan Schaefer, to put him in basketball terms, he's one of those guys who's always in the mix, is always there, but rarely able to get to that other echelon.
Syracuse?
No, below Syracuse. He is a New Yorker, though.
Going with the Victory Road. It's kind of a middle-of-the-road ball in terms of strength. Working nicely as long as he gives it room to the right.
Second double for Schaefer here in our South Region Championship match. Steve Jarris has already moved on from the East. Not sure what that celebration.
I think it was like, hey, way to go, you threw it good on the right lane.
Is that what it is? Here's Weiss looking for 3 in a row in the 5th.
Lay.
Back shot. Come on, man. Got a little better than that, Tommy.
Take a look at this follow through right here. See how his hand went left of his head? That's a miss hit at the bottom. And with that hand going left like that, he's trying to save it. And the last shot was pulled. Luckily, only leaving the 4-pit.
Conclusion of the South region when we return. Randy Weiss, not much known about the native of Columbia, South Carolina, but he's having a great run through 5. Ditto for the Yankee, Ryan Schaefer. The conclusion of the South region when we return. We flash back to 1965 when Dick Weber won the PBA Player of the Year award, and one of his first of 2 titles that he won that season came in February at the Thunderbird Open in Wichita. Weber defeated a familiar name that day, future Hall of Famer, future ABC Sports and ESPN broadcaster Nelson Bo Burton Jr. Weber qualified as the tournament leader and easily defeated the 22-year-old Burton 218-177 for Weber's 14th career victory. And we welcome you back inside Woodland Bowl here in Indianapolis, our continuing coverage of the Go RVing Dick Weber PBA playoffs. Steve Jarris has already moved on through the East region. South region looks like this. Randy Weiss, a non-exempt bowler, on top through 5 frames by 7 pins over Ryan Schaefer. Tommy Jones sitting just 10 pins back and working on a strike as we begin the 6th frame. Leaves the 10 pin.
Well, don't give Tommy Jones anything sharp right about now because he might use it on himself. This is just a great shot, looking to get right back into this with Randy Weiss leading, and just leaves a vicious ringing 10.
Schaefer looking for 3 in a row here in the 6th. Gets them all to drop, does the 1987 PBA Rookie of the Year.
Schaefer now takes the lead, Rob.
Jones. Another single pin spare conversion. That's his 4th already today.
Let's see if Randy Weiss can settle back down now and start throwing some more strikes. He said his key this week, all week, it's been all about tempo and timing. Well, right now would be a good time to throw a strike.
See those eyes almost shut. Pops back up, looks down, and release in the 6th. Weiss. Strike number 4.
Yeah, baby.
Tommy Jones now stepping up. And Tommy, tell us what's going through your head right now through 6.
Well, we're trying to figure out how to knock them all over here. You know, made a couple pretty good shots and cut 2 ringers, and the 4-pin, I guess I just threw a little fast, but you know, we'll see what happens. Still got 4 frames left and time to string some strikes together.
It is time indeed. Just 2 strikes thus far for Jones, coming in the 3rd and the 5th, both of them on the left lane, which is where he is at right now as we begin the 7th. There you go.
Well, he got a handful of that shot. That was just a great shot. And you know what? Tommy Jones knows the score. He says, he's saying to himself, hey, I got to strike out. I got to sheet it right now. And if I do, I can still shoot 239.
Come on. Messenger will not make it to the 10. Head on over to PBA.com. Check out all the great merchandise and apparel that's available at the PBA store. Officially licensed merchandise, including T-shirts, polos, hats, hoodies, retro shirts, towels, and more. Just click on the shop tab at PBA.com. Weiss stepping up.
Oh, baby.
Leaves the 10.
Boy, that was a real good shot that time. Follow through going right at his target.
Good pitch.
Only to leave a ringing 10.
He's handling himself very well in his first televised appearance. Started off with A strike, has 4 thus far. Schaefer looking to take care of the 10-pin in the 7th. And he does.
And just a slim lead for Schaefer. 2 pins over Randy Weiss if Randy converts here, and 12 over Tommy Jones. Tommy Jones is working on a strike in the 7th.
The only one of the 3 to work on a strike as we begin the 7th frame. Things were very tight in the East region earlier. Again, Steve Jarris winning by just 1 pin over Tom Smallwood. We got another close one here in the South Region Championship match. TJ down a dozen. We begin the 8th. He is working off a strike. All 3 of his strikes, though, have come on the left lane. Strike number 1 on the right lane.
Boy, it looked like he got a little softer on that shot and gave it the real good touch at the bottom of the swing. Just a great shot. Got his bowling ball to read, react, and carry all 10.
Throws a little pressure into the Schaefer camp. Schaefer, an open frame in the 3rd, coming off a 9 spare in the 7th. It's that pocket collapse, and he trots away.
Well, right here, he gets away with one. Little balance issue at the bottom of the swing, the foul line there. He shreds the rack, and he says, "Thank you, sir. May I have another?" And I'll just go sit down and wait my turn.
There's Randy Weiss. We asked him to describe his style to us. He said, "I'm a strong tweener." He's got a lot of curve in his game. Tweener gets all 10 to drop.
He's a roller. He's a heavy roller. And on this oil pattern, he had to figure out a way to get his ball to push through the first 15 feet of the lane, and he's done that quite nicely. Randy Weiss coming in bowling all 39 games to this point. Tommy Jones, by virtue of being 6th on the point list, well, he had buys up until the 4th round of this event. He's only bowled 12 games.
One of the top seeds coming into this tournament.
Huge shot coming up here. Foundation frame, 9th frame. Tommy Jones working on a double. Perfect.
3 in a row for TJ. And a late rally here from one of your tournament favorites.
What an excellent shot here by Tommy Jones. Now, Rob, let me bring you up to speed on the scores. If Tommy Jones strikes out, he shoots 239. If Randy Weiss strikes out, he shoots 239. If Ryan Schaefer strikes out, he shoots 241. You are now up to speed.
Come on. Yeah!
Anytime you see the 6-pin snap the 10 out like that, Rob, that means you put the good stuff on it. Watch this. 2nd pin on your right. Sidewall, snap the 10 out. And Ryan Schaefer.
Oh, he's into it today.
Oh, yeah.
Big effort now here for Weiss in the 9th. Everybody else has struck this frame.
Gotta have it.
Carry 1.
And he gets it.
This is good stuff coming down to the 10th frame. Who will perform? Tommy Jones has the luxury of putting and applying the pressure on first. First ball in the 10th frame, he strikes. His opponents know they have to do the same thing to have any chance.
Schaefer in the lead, though, by 2 pins. 4 in a row.
Let's go!
That's what it's all about right there, stepping up and being a big shot and throwing a big shot. Tommy Jones just did it right there. Ryan Schaefer must strike on this ball or he's eliminated.
Eliminated, leaving the 7-10. Brutal.
Why does that happen every time? Every time I bowl. It happens every time. I can go if you want me to go.
So it is essentially a 2-man match now between Jones and Weiss. for the South Region Championship. And that's all she wrote for Ryan Schaefer.
One open frame and the pocket 7-10, and it couldn't have come at a worse time for Ryan Schaefer.
Jones' second effort in the 10th. 5 in a row.
Now, guess what? He just told Randy Weiss, if you don't throw at least 2 in the 10th right now, you're done. I'm moving on. Big shot coming up right here. If Tommy Jones strikes, he cannot lose. Wow. Randy Weiss needs all 3 in the 10th frame to win by 1 and move on. Anything less, Tommy Jones still has a chance to win this. Weiss needs all 3. If he goes double 9, we have a tie. Anything less than the first 2 strikes and 9, Tommy Jones moves on.
Jones on the bench with a 2.38. Ryan Schaefer already eliminated with a 2.07. There's strike 1 for Weiss. I mean, this is a game effort from a man who is a non-exempt bowler.
And what's impressive is he finished last in the 10th frame. He's been sitting for a while. He just steps right up and pures one. Now he needs 2 more just like it.
He's your Chaminade of the tournament.
Yeah.
He's your Colgate University, if you will, coming out of nowhere to make some headway in March Madness. This would be a huge upset if Weiss was able to move on over one of the greats in Tommy Jones. Must strike here.
Carey.
Gets it. 1 more to go.
Would you call this a Cinderella story, Rob?
Absolutely, I would. Strike for the win. Spare 9. Tie.
Good shot, buddy.
For the win. Got it!
How about you?
Cinderella moves on.
Man, what a finish. Randy Weiss.
Our second consecutive match that has been determined by 1 pin. Weiss and Jarris live to bowl again. Who will join them? The Central Region is on deck. Mika Koivu-Niemi. Dick Allen. And the living legend, Walter Ray Williams Jr. You'll hear from Walter Ray when we return as we get set for the Central Region Championship match. The Go RVing Dick Weber PBA playoffs are brought to you by Go RVing. Visit GoRVing.com to watch a free video. Go affordably. Go RVing. By Lucas Oil, the world leader in high-performance lubricants and problem-solving additives. By 900 Global, committed to creating new possibilities in bowling through innovative motion. And by Barbazol. Start your day with Barbazol Shaving Cream, America's leader for a close, comfortable shave. We welcome you back to Indianapolis, one of the great sporting towns in America. Great race history here. The Pacers playing downtown. Lucas Oil Stadium, the home of the Colts and next season's Super Bowl. Take a look at our updated brackets. The East and the South both determined by just 1 pin. Steve Jarris, Randy Weiss. Moving on to your final 6 up next, the Central Region. Time to fire up the RV. It's not going to go very far. We're going to stay here in Indianapolis next Sunday, April 3rd, 1 to 2:30 Eastern. Our continuing coverage of the Dick Weber PBA playoffs. Following Sunday, it continues as well as our field of finalists gets reduced to 3. Today's More of What Matters to You fan question, brought to you by the makers of One A Day, is for Walter Ray Williams Jr. and it comes from Alan Westendorf of Lawrenceville, Georgia, and Randy Peterson with the question for Walter Ray.
Thanks, Rob. And Walter Ray, Alan wants to know what has contributed to your struggles this season.
I guess several things. One, I'm getting a little older. My body parts are falling apart for some reason. I had a hernia operation early in the year, and I've had arthritis the last few years. It's just been getting worse. I had to change my grip this year, and I think those two just kind of contributed a little bit. But hopefully I got it changed around this week and throw a lot of strikes.
Thanks, Walter Ray. Good luck in your upcoming match. Alan, thanks for the question.
Walter Ray in search of tour title number 48. The Central Regional Final. Walter Ray, Mika Koivuniemi, Dick Allen on deck when we return.